This is episode 189 of Southern Gospel Now. It's your weekly look at the artists and songs of today's Southern Gospel music. I'm Greg Goodman. Our report is made possible by Daywind.com, where you'll find Southern Gospel CDs and soundtracks. The 67th Annual Grammy Awards were held in Los Angeles, California, February 2nd. The Nelons were nominated for Best Roots Gospel Album for their project Loving You. Autumn Nelon Streetman here, being interviewed on the red carpet by People.com.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
I am good. You look gorgeous and green. And I just want to say, we have been able to cover your music, but also your story this past year. And it is one that has just touched all of our hearts. We just know that you are lifting up so many people right now, so many people that you have lost. And I want to know what that feels like to come into a night and represent in the way that you do.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. On July 26th, I lost my mom, my sister, my stepdad, and some good friends of ours. And, when you get that call, it's just a shock. You never think something like that's going to happen to you, and then the question runs through my mind, why did God leave me here? I'm always the quiet one, so for me to have to carry a legacy on is a huge undertaking, but I'm going to honor it and do the best that I can, and I know that my family would be absolutely thrilled and honored to be here tonight. Win or lose, it was just an honor, really, just to be nominated.
The Grammy Award for Best Roots Gospel Album went to Corey Henry for his project Church. January 4th marked 7 years since Tracy Stuffle passed away. He was an amazing bass singer, but also the resident comedian of the Perrys. Here's a great reflection of Libby and Tracy.
Tracy came with our group back in November of 1986. And 85, yeah. We didn't realize Tracy has other talents other than singing. One of them's not work, but he loves... I'm just kidding. But he loves to make people laugh. Tracy is one of these type people. He will see people on TV do imitations and stuff, and he honestly will go around the house 24 hours a day trying to do what that person did. Well, what he's fixing to do, he's been doing ever since he was 13 years old. The first time he ever did it was in the Boy Scout gong show. And he actually won the gong show with this. But people come up night after night. They don't even know Tracy's name. They never request to hear him sing, but they request to hear him do the chainsaw. So we're going to let him do that tonight.
I would have believed that was a real chainsaw. How about you? Remembering Tracy Stuffle of the Perrys. Tribute Quartet is gearing up for their annual Living the Stories retreat. Gary Casto explains what they tried to accomplish with this event.
We wanted to make it an event where we felt like we were all sitting together in someone's living room and just enjoying the presence of the Lord through worship and through laughter, through songs and games. We each day we try to do some type of a game that we play together. We're finding that folks are loving this event. And we're also finding the attendance is growing year after year. So we hope that we can make this event something that will last for many years to come.
Tribute Quartet's Living the Stories retreat takes place March 9th through 12th in Ridgecrest, North Carolina. The current song from Southbound is I Left It in the Water. It's a song about baptism. Clint Brown shares that he thought everyone got dunked in the creek or the pond.
I visited a Baptist church in Crowley, Louisiana when I was 18 years old. And it just so happened that they were having a baptism before the service. And I was like, what is that? And they said, well, they're being baptized. And I remember saying this, well, that's not real. That's not right. That's too mechanical and too whatever. But I didn't realize that there were baptismals till I was 18 years old. I thought everybody got baptized in a lake.
The new song from the Down East Boys is Mercy River. It was written in part by Darren Lohr of the Lohr family. Ricky Carden here to talk about how the song came to life.
Darren's a great guy and really doing some good writing now. He sent me that, and it sounded completely different. I wish we could play what was on the demo, but our producer, I sent him the song and said, "We love this lyric, see what you think about it." He said, "I love it. I got an idea. We'll work on it in the studio." And when we walked in, he'd cut a complete different demo than what we had, but the lyric was still there. I loved what he did with this song.
Karen Peck New River has been working in the studio for months on a new project that will be coming out later this year. Karen gives us a preview of some of the songs.
I really feel like this new album is very evangelistic. So we're singing songs about, be ready that you're saved. Another song says there ain't no satisfaction in this world. And then we've written a song called That's What Faith Looks Like. There's so much going on in the world now, especially that the only peace that we're going to find is through Jesus. And I hope they can feel that love and that peace through this album.
New music just dropped from The Guardians. Pat Barker says it's especially meaningful for Paul Lancaster of the group.
John wrote this song along with Rodney Griffin. They've written a few together, and this one is upbeat. It's happy. It's got incredible lyrics, as all of John's, and especially Rodney and John, their songs always have. And it's the first release to feature Paul Lancaster. Paul's been with us for 2 years and has not been on the radio yet. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. We got Paul on the radio.
I love these stories of how these great Southern gospel songs come to life. Lee Black gives us the story behind Legacy 5's latest, Bigger on the Inside.
Scott told us this story on the bus one morning of a church in the early days of Legacy 5. He said they pulled up and the bus was literally bigger than the church building. And I think the pastor saw the shocked looks on their faces when they got off the bus, and he said, "Don't worry, it's bigger on the inside." And when I heard that phrase, my songwriter antenna went up. It really is amazing to me that our infinite God allows himself to come into our little bitty worship spaces, even the smallest country church. So that's where that song came from. It might look small on the outside, but it must be bigger on the inside because all of heaven fits in there.
So many of us grew up in little churches just like that described in Bigger on the Inside. One more story behind the song, this one from Steve Ladd about his song, Everyday Saints.
It's a wonderful song written by Lee Black and Jason Cox, and I think it's time that we shine a spotlight in a world of negativity, in a world of hate and division and strife and hurt. It's time we laud these people, we lift these people up and show the world that we still have people that care about their neighbors, that care about their fellow brothers and sisters. And so it's a fun song, and I hope it just encourages people to be everyday saints.
Time for a look at the top Southern Gospel songs of the week from the Power 50 weekly chart.
Number 5.
When It's Gone for Good, Gold City.
It's as good as gone when it's gone for good.
Number 4.
Big Old Stone, Victory, Triumphant Quartet.
Yeah, this is your victory. Hey, yeah.
Number 3.
Grateful for the Gospel, Brian Free and Assurance.
I'm grateful for the gospel. It stood the test of time.
Number 2.
Things We Cannot Change, the Lefevre Quartet.
Through the things we cannot change.
Number 1.
You'll Find Him There, Ernie Haas and Signature Sound.
You'll hear a still small voice that gently fills the air. You'll find him there. You'll find him there. You'll find him there.
Congratulations to Ernie Haas and Signature Sound, staying at number 1 for 3 weeks in a row with You'll Find Him There. That's our report. You can explore all 189 episodes of Southern Gospel Now wherever you find podcasts or at southerngospelnow.com. Our broadcast is made possible in part by southerngospelprizes.com. Currently, you can register for prize packs from Scotty Inman and the Kramers. Details and registration at southerngospelprizes.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Greg Goodman, reminding you to love your neighbor. Take care. I'll see you next week with more Southern Gospel news on Southern Gospel Now.